And welcome back to the stream. It is Monday evening, and we're going to be playing some Factorio today. We've got a pretty good base going on Fulgora. We'll jump into it soon. Let's see. Had some technical difficulties earlier, so starting the stream slightly late. Here we go, and we'll just jump right into it. So, how's everyone doing? I've had a pretty good weekend. The Glasgow Firs Winter Party kicked off on Saturday, and it was a lot of fun. We had three furry DJs who kept us entertained from about 2 o'clock to 5. But like the party itself kicked off around 11, and just really good conversations. I snagged a pretty good spot in the corner with a table and just let people come to me. And Kaylee got to talk about her new obsession, which is Slug Blaster, a tabletop RPG that is essentially how to describe it. Basically, think Until the Wheels Fall Off, like a typical skateboarding movie. Like, you play a bunch of teenagers who jump into interdimensional portals, and you have wacky adventures like running away from intergalactic mall cops, or fighting aliens who have possessed your teachers, or stuff like that. And after you've had your adventure, you come home, and based on what's happened during the adventure, you might have accumulated slams. You may have landed a trick badly and you end up in the hospital or something, or you get into trouble with your parents, and they're yelling at you now because you haven't done your homework. So that's how you advance the plot. Is things happen during the run, and all of the drama happens at home during the cool-off period. There are no stat blocks. Your character might pick up traits as the story progresses, but none of this will affect your dice rolls or anything like that. So there's no min-maxing, there's no rules layering. It's all imagination and check out this cool trick. And if bad stuff happens, well, that's life. So I'm actually really looking forward to that, because I've had problems with all sorts of D&D style like games that explicitly punish you for being creative with your build instead of sticking with something that is tried and true and works, right? Let's see. I feel like let's while I'm building out the rest of the base, I kind of want to get full coverage. So at the very least, I can stick stuff over here, another roboport, and some more lightning rods just to protect it. Right, that should be good for now. And then so that goes to there. We can have another roboport there, and more lightning rods. Good enough. So then, when we have a pile of substations, we can just plant this down and cover this whole area. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Actually, we can do a little bit better. Let's just continue expanding at least the lightning coverage, because we're still experiencing some power issues, and I'd really like to address that. So we'll just kind of go something like that. Good. And maybe another accumulator field while we're at it. Okay, now let's start tapping some of this. Um, well, uh, yeah. So what I'm doing here is working, sort of. So I definitely want to upgrade all of these. This is still collecting holmium ore. How much? Ooh, that's a good amount of processing units. That's fine. This is working. This is pulling stuff. This is creating copper cables. Good. I want to send the Cutlass back for more supplies, though. Also, how are you doing on power? You are at full accumulator charge. So, head back to Vulcanus. Wait until all requests are satisfied. We're going to call this to Gleba. Can I duplicate this? Yes, I have duplicated it. Alright. So, we've got maintenance, we've got this stuff. All of it is pulling from Vulcanus. I don't need more construction bots. I don't need logistic bots. Don't need those. Don't need those, or those. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. We're just gonna get this stuff. I don't know if I need foundries, is the thing. Is there anything that I'm melting down here? Also, this needs to become a regular splitter, I think. Because I have completely run out of... well, I have exactly one splitter left. One regular splitter, that is. Fine. Alright, Cutlass. So I just want more of this stuff. Let's get 1,000 more belts. 200 undergrounds. Another 200 splitters, because we need a lot of splitters for these shenanigans we're going to pull here. I think also we can probably reduce this. We are not consuming enough iron plates to be worth all of this extra nonsense. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna rotate that. Rotate that. We're just going to put these in directly. I can fix this and make it more compact later, but for now, that's fine. Yeah, like, I've now messed up the ratio a little bit. I don't really have speed modules to work with, but it's okay. Maybe I'll do something with this later. But this is making 3.75, and this is requesting 5. Right, so read orbital requests, set requests. I mean, let's just go ahead and do that. We'll just start sending stuff up. Up it goes. Right, so that's going to take forever and a day to fully load up. In fact, I might... how about we just double this? I'll have another one up here. Actually, let's move. Let's just move it over here. Let's turn that off. We'll disable that. One, two, 1, 2. Okay. We'll have 2 rocket silos. Alright, and we're still a bit about power. Add some accumulators to help out slightly. These? Why haven't these kicked on? It's got steam. It's not got power. Because power is not connected on that side. Okay, we'll just stick another one there, and that will solve our power issues, I suppose. Oh, I guess I have to demolish these now. And make a mall entity for rocket silos. Just one will do. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and save that. Oh, surely I'm not... I guess I'm not making buffer chests, of all things. Active provider chests, passive provider... So here's buffers. Why are my construction bots all going over there? Oh, it's because they're all taking from that buffer chest. Fair enough. In the future, I should really convert those to active provider chests to empty them, so that I don't clog up my my constructor bots. But that's good. It's reading orbital requests. This is setting requests. Let's do something like this. Each divided by 2. Output each. And that's setting requests. Okay. Good. Although I think I'm gonna do this instead, just to get it slightly, ever so slightly closer to the center of the rocket silo. Just a tiny thing to reduce the amount of distance that the robots have to travel. Anyways. Okay, fine. That's good. That's good. It's delivering. And this is requesting only half of what is being asked for. Good. Cutlass is filling up with stuff. We'll just wait until the green signal. Still needs calcite? Surely I am... Yeah, I've got calcite here. Yeah, it's waiting for it. This has stalled because it is waiting for concrete. My one concrete production plant needs a little bit of help. Okay. Has this all kicked on? Good. And it's got 1.5 gigawatts, so that is nominal. We're still controlling it through this power switch. Just have to make sure that it hasn't accidentally connected to the network up here. Looks like we're fine. In fact, we can check this more easily with the electric networks. Can I turn off? Is there a way to turn off the flashing? Show grid when game paused. Graphics. Show animated ghosts. That's fine. Let's turn off blinking. There, that's better. And all the warnings just kind of fade away. Nice. This is always kind of funny when you hover over the alerts. It can only display a certain number on the screen, so it just kind of cycles through them. But yes, you can see that the electric networks are like, here's the power plant, and it's isolated and only connecting through that switch. So as long as that's true, then I'm fine. But that second, oh, is it being constructed? There it is. Good. And this is requesting material, and this is building. Nice. Simple as that. Now, can we do something here? Let's see. For example, I could send up a single beacon for these. Five by 5. Can I squeeze this in here? 1, 2, 3. No, I can't. These belts are already have all the give that I can give it. I really shouldn't have done that. Do I have any long-handed inserters? No, I don't. Alright, fine. This can just go there and whatever. The belt has basically reached saturation. Slightly concerning. I mean, it's not that concerning. If I put it back down to 90, then that'll help relieve some pressure. Just make sure that it never clogs up. Yeah, it's slightly better. It's still got a lot of requests to fulfill. Well, it's almost done on transportation belts, though. All right. So with that said, let's continue with our Fulgora base. Am I making beacons? Yes. I'm making speed modules. I am not making electric poles. What? How am I not making electric poles? No, I surely am. They're right here. Why don't I have any? It's low on sticks. Alright, you want sticks? I'll make sticks. I've got 50 construction bots, 200 logic bots. Everyone has jobs. Alright, we're still making mining prod, gradually. So what's our bonuses at now? Mining prod, plus 80%. That's not bad at all. We want to pump that up as high as it can go. Do I not have... Where did my... Oh, it's not in here yet. Oh, these are my my space age blueprints from another base entirely. We're not using those. Oops. Turn that upside down. Turn that frown upside down. Right. So, supposing I do... I had another idea. Hey, Pocket Wolf, how's it going? Let's see. So I'm completely out of turbo transport belts, but I have sent my space platform back to Vulcanus to fetch some more, and I've doubled my rocket silo. So that should fill up and come back home in not too much more time, actually. Just like another 4 shipments, and it should be good. Thereabouts. 600 planets. So it's just sending up turbo belts now. What's the issue? I'm low on blue chips. Guess that's to be expected. So we'll just let that go. Actually, I wonder if I'm ready to... No, I'm not ready. I desperately need those turbo splitters. So let's just do some designing. So what I want is actually let's here's something I can do now. I need to stand up oil. Oh, let's also request some clip explosives. Let's get 100. Actually, can't I make cliff explosives? It's there. It requires explosives. It does require calcite. Dang it. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Yeah, because I need to get rid of these cliffs at some point. There we go. And we can... we've got pretty good lightning coverage now. It's covering basically the whole island. So, no need to worry about that at the moment. I was having some technical issues earlier, because, like, as I mentioned, I have upgraded my graphics card. I'm on the PC now, but I forgot when I plug in my my microphone, it was still reading the default input device, which was my like laptop microphone, like on the screen. So it sounded like I was underwater for the longest time. Whoopsie. Just the smallest thing I needed to change. But that's fixed now. This Saturday, I went to the Glasgow Firs Winter Party, which was quite good. A lot of people turned up. I snagged a good spot just in the corner with a table, and just lots of people came to hang out with me and Kaylee. And I talked a bit about my sort of feelings of alienation with like the broader community and stuff. And I sort of identified, like, that day / the day before, my basic problem is that I've been approaching the community, like, as a whole, as a group, as this, like, amorphous blob, or a sea from which there might be more friends that would interact with me, right? And not really cultivating those individual friendships. So, like, no wonder I was feeling bad, because, like, I felt like I had to keep reaching out to people and not getting any energy back. But the problem is, the community does not reach back. Individuals reach back. So that's the key. So I'd already been talking with one friend who, I'm not setting up splitters, I'm setting up oil first. I was talking with one friend who lives literally a mile away from me, and I was telling him, like, why haven't we hung out yet? Like, we should really, like, get on that. And they agreed, and, like, that day we went out, we went back to their place. They fed us some coconut curry. I hit their pipe. We watched a BBC old Christmas special called The First Snow of Winter, I think, featuring a duckling and a puffin. The duckling kind of gets left behind by his parents accidentally, because he's a bit of a little shit and he cannot stop playing. So, like, he was messing with some seagulls, and before he knew it, his family had accidentally moved on without him. So he gets taken in by this friendly vole. I think it's a vole. It's something like a groundhog, because we don't have that here in the States. I should say you don't have that there in the States. um, but the vole had a great personality, and taught the duckling to like have confidence, have some courage, and adapt to his circumstances. Right? Um, it's quite good. Um, and then we watched episode 6 and 7 of The Amazing Digital Circus, which Kaylee and I have only seen up to episode 3, so it was a bit spoilers for us, but that's fine. We enjoyed it a lot anyways, and we'll go back and watch the older episodes at some point. So we're going to make lubricant here. We're going to crack this down to light oil, crack that down to light oil. Oh, this has to be water. And let's see. We don't have any use for ice right now. Oh, dear. How about I just pull ice directly off of the belt from here? I'll fix this once I get my shipment. Chemical plant. Ice melting. Oy. This is already becoming a spaghetti mess. Delicious spaghetti. Someone touched my spaghetti. There we go. That's working. We've got lubricant. We've got light oil. Let's crack this further into petroleum. Good. And what have I done that for, actually? Right, petroleum goes in plastic bars and sulfur. Am I using sulfur for anything? Explosives, chemical plants, no. Plastic goes into superconductors. Okay, so I do need plastic. Although, don't I get plastic from I get plastic from advanced circuits, do I not? Yes, I do. Well, I'll figure out if I need anything afterwards. But in the meantime, I do need to make flying robot frames, because these guys do not have any flying robot frames. So let's make some of those. We'll just do like some engine units like this. Right. Got engine units up there, but I need them to come in here. Let's just do that. Now, what am I doing? I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. This will make electric engine units. This requires that and electronic circuits. We'll just have like 10 electric circuits there. Good. Roboport. Lubricant. And passive provider chests. Limit these to that. And then we can have a mall creating flying robot frames. Good enough. The nice thing about Fulgora is the oil fields here. Infinite source of heavy oil, and heavy oil is the first product of the chain. So like I'll have an infinite amount of lubricant just always, and I'll have an infinite amount of light oil as long as I have enough cracking plants. I don't have to worry about the ratios like I do here, where the coal is producing heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum at some weird ratio that I have to monitor. Here, it's just a boom, boom, boom process. It's the scrap sorting that is a nightmare. But like I mentioned in last stream, I have a strategy for that, which is essentially, this is the community agreed strategy, essentially. You just have, here's your input scrap, and here's the trash belt. Like, you've got one main belt loop that goes all around and services everything. And you feed that in as the input, like prioritize this, so that this belt never backs up. It'll always try to trash itself first. Now, this is not going to be sufficient for all of my purposes. I'm going to need to like double up this belt to get more throughput, more holmium ore. So I'm going to have to do something later. Also, once I get to Gleba, it's going to automatically try to stack these items up to 4 on the belt. But it's not going to work perfectly with the way my recyclers are set up currently. Again, this is all stuff for the future. For now, I just need to get this set up. But these are looking good. I don't think I just need to check this again. Am I really going to use plastic bars for anything other than superconductors? No. So let's not worry about that just yet. I will have this making rocket fuel though. I want chemical plant, rocket fuel. Wait, no, it's one of these guys. Rocket fuel. And I'm just going to request, like, all of the solid fuel. This will stack to quite a bit. But like, it's never going to hurt to just have these chests completely filled up with rocket fuel. So let's just get that out of the way. And I've got blue chips. Let's unlimit those. And I've got low density structures. Let's unlimit those. And now I have all the components that I need to launch rockets. Therefore, I need a rocket silo. Again, we're going to make just one. I am making beacons. I'm making speed modules. Let's go ahead and make some productivity modules. Doesn't need to be fast. I just need some. And while I'm at it, let's make some speed module 2s. So this is a cute little setup. It's making all the stuff that I desperately need. And yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Right, the next step. I'm not going to worry about the splitter nonsense for now. Is it worth tapping this? I've still got 151k here, so I can leave that alone for now. Oh, solar field is doing quite nicely. Look at that, 2.4 gigajoules, and I'm not dipping down anymore. Yeah. So we've got enough power to last us a while. Let's just add another one there. Just to be extra safe and just give my bot stuff to do. How is the Cutlass doing? It's over Fulgora. Let's drop. I don't need calcite. I'll take the big mining drills, and I'll leave the foundries for now. So now these guys are going to go and explode some cliffs. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, it's so satisfying. Haha. I love when the cliffs go boom. Right, but now we should have Oh, that's right. All right, let's just do this. I do not want any more yellow belts in my base if I can help it. Needs to be summer already. Why must nature be so cold? Sometimes it's nice in the cold. What can I say? Um, I say within the comfort of my very well heated apartment. All right, so I think now what I want to do is um, let's just delete um, all of the medium poles and replace them with a grid of substations. Because we have essentially infinite amounts of these. We have no central heat. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear. Oh, am I no longer connected? Right. Yeah, that's fine. Everything is still powered. I was just a little bit concerned because all of those drained first. And now everything is charging again. Alright, that's a bit tidier. We'll just leave that there, and we'll make our various plants. So, let's. Sorry, I just I need this to be tidier. It's bugging me. There. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that now. Um, let's see. Right, so the first step, um, we've got our holmium ore. It's used in holmium solution, chemical plants, stone, holmium ore. Does scrap produce stone? I forget. Well, in any case, I'm going to request stone from here. And holmium ore. We'll attach the green wires. Let's see. I'm also going to do something like this. So I don't ever want this to back up, really. So here we're going to request all of our homie ore. And just always have that inputting. Actually, we can just make this a steel chest. That's fine. And I really should be doing everything in remote view. There's absolutely no point to doing it any other way. Wait, am I not? I'm not putting solid fuel into the network. Gotta change that. Where's solid fuel? There it is. And again, I'll redo all of this to be more efficient once I have all of the necessities set up. But for now, I just need to get started, which is something I keep saying, and then I just go back and Anyways, so maybe something like how fast does this produce? 10 seconds. It's a long time. Yeah, so how about I just do something like this? Oh. There we go. And because this is very precious, let's just put, yeah, we'll put beacons in. Can I fit the beacons here? Or prod modules in those, and speed beacons here. Hopefully that does not destroy my power consumption. Certainly hope it doesn't. Next up, so we've got our homium solution. The rest, I believe, are going to be made using standard assembly machines. All right, that services all of those. I'm just going to do that. And more prod modules. I lied, I am going to need a ton more of these. This takes 0.16, this takes 0.08. So I need 2 for each one. Okay, yeah, good. This produces 2.5 per second. And that's using all of these speed modules. Don't need that anymore. 2.5 per second, so something like that. And now, next up, well, I guess there's no next up currently. Let's have this prioritized to the right. But otherwise, we're going to shove these into a passive provider chest. Just have some amount of them always available. And now we can make electroscience plants, I believe. Electromagnetic plants. Well, actually, let's not get too carried away, because we can make electromagnetic plants with electromagnetic plants. So I'm only going to want one for now. This requires refined concrete. Fish tacos. Sorry, my My laptop screen is now like really far away from the TV screen, so I have to really look over intentionally to see chat. But that sounds good. Um, I I'm gonna be making chili tomorrow, and I think Kaylee's making mac and cheese tonight. So looking forward to that. Um, what am I making? Oh, right, refined concrete. Um, concrete, 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 concrete. Refined concrete requires steel plate, concrete, and sticks. So let's... Welcome to the spaghetti mess as usual. Speed modules. Okay, fine. And then these output into passive provider chests. Gonna limit those. We're still doing fine on ice melting somehow. Let's just throw some speed modules in there, why not? And we're also... We appear to be doing fine on accumulators, but I'll just add another field just to be safe. Expand the grid. Boom, just like that, just like that. And more lightning rods. Lightning rod, lightning rod. Lightning rod. Lightning rod. Lightning rod. Roboports. Roboports. Lightning rod, lightning rod. Oop. Can't build there. Okay, now we have essentially full island coverage. Yeah. We also have a local fishmonger, which we have to check out soonish. Oh, the roboports aren't they're not reaching down here. There we go. So once we can source some haddock, she's going to be making Cullen skink, to the Scottish specialty, from the potatoes that we have. I really don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Anyways, let's get back to the task at hand. We have made electromagnetic plants. So let's now have this making electromagnetic plants. Actually, we can do this a little bit. Well, now I'm massively overcomplicating this. We'll just have like that. And we'll have up to 20 being made. How does that sound? We can now replace these with electromagnetic plants. They are slightly bigger, so we're going to have to move this over slightly. These will make copper cables. Input priority right. These are making green chips. And they're going to do it like this. Okay, that'll do. I'm running out of accumulator charge quite badly, and that's probably because of all these speed beacons. Any bugs? What do you mean bugs? Right, these are working as fast as they can. And it's sucking all the holmium solution dry. So let's increase this. Still got way too much holmium being produced, I think. We can just do that. Right, so this consumes 40 liquid per second. This produces 20 liquid per second. So this needs to be a 2-to-1 ratio, which it is now. Yeah, I need more accumulators. Let's just tear all of those up. That's still connected. That's still connected. We'll just add another one there to be safe. So another solar field, or accumulator field, sorry. Actually, we could do something like this, can't we? Yeah. It's an interesting idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it. Right, so assuming we've got full full coverage, I can just stamp down accumulators around all of these substations. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Just need to fill in all of the gaps that we can. So that way I don't have to worry about power for another little while. Later on we can upgrade these to rare accumulators and get it even more, get more coverage. Not coverage, but more capacity. Anyways, let's return to the task at hand. Running low on steel of all things. The belt is looking nice and picked clean. Doing fine on refined concrete. Good. Let's see. Do I need to send down any calcite? Doesn't look like it. Right, so what's next in the chain? Holmium plate goes into superconductors, supercapacitors, and mech armor. So I think what we're going to want to do is... Oh, I need to check this real fast. Holmium solution, electrolytes. Right, these cannot be put into barrels, unfortunately. The only way to work with holmium off of Fulgora is to send the ore off planet itself, which I might end up doing. Right, because superconductors, they are used in Tesla guns, they're used in personal roboports and Tesla turrets, which I think Tesla turrets have to be made on the planet. No? Am I wrong? Something has to be made on planet. Yeah. Electromagnetic science. Yeah, here are the exclusive recipes. These must be crafted on planet. Recyclers, electromagnetic plants, and electromagnetic science. And then I can just export the ore directly. I think that's the play. So, on that basis, we must have a rocket silo by now. I'll stick it down here. No, let's... Where should I put this? So I'll put my rocket silo, let's say... Yeah, why not? We'll just put it down here. Speed modules, prod 2. This needs a requester chest and a buffer chest. We're gonna need some roboports to service this. This is gonna request rocket fuel as usual. Blue chips. And low density structures. Set requests. This will read orbital requests. On Cutlass, we are going to Fulgora exports. We're going to request recyclers. 100 recyclers from Fulgora. We're going to request electromagnetic plants. 100 of those. We're going to request... well, I don't have electromagnetic science researched yet. But we're also going to request some amount of holmium ore, which stacks to 50. I can't carry too much of that right now, so maybe I'll hold off on that for the time being. But I am going to need electromagnetic science packs. Factorio, electromagnetic science, crafted on Fulgora. Yeah, these are my 3 exclusive recipes. What other goodies are made here that I need desperately? I don't need Tesla turrets right now. That will be nice for defibbing the demolishers on Fulgora, but I have a strategy for them. Quality 3. We'll need quality 3 at some point, but I really just need to get started. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do this. Good. I don't think I can do much about the stone. But yeah, this is looking pretty nice. So let's double this up. How are we gonna do this? No, maybe not like that. Yeah, this is looking more promising. Right. No input priority there. This can just go, well, actually, yeah, input priority right. We're just gonna have this go like that. This one goes up. No, I've messed this up. I can't do a split belt like that. What I need is for there to be 2 independent belts, right? This belt will go here. Right, like that. No. We'll move that further up. We can just have that jump all the way over there. And alright. A little bit jank, but we got there. Now we need more mining drills. Which means I need to move these guys out of the way. Got way too much crap in my inventory. Well, like, there's still a moment when this isn't pulling from the belt, but, whatever. Yeah, sure. There we go. Double scrap. Double scrap belt. And once again, we're pulling all of the crap off of this belt. This belt is now fully saturated. All of the recyclers have turned on. And the only improvements we can do now is pulling off the ice and the solid fuel and the stone and other crap that we don't need. But I'm not going to worry about that. What I am going to worry about is the next steps for science. So how do I make these? I need to create supercapacitors. Which appears to be done in chemical plants. No? They are done in electromagnetic plants. Yes, that's the answer. Holmium plate, superconductor, and electrolytes. Ooh, that's a hairy recipe. How am I gonna do this? This requires... I know. I'll pull from this side. Please tell me this output works. No, it's not going to pass through, is it? I can do that. I don't really like the idea of the pipes being down this direction, but again, this is a temporary build. I'll fix it later. And we can just have this pumping directly in. Right, that's heavy oil. Alright, that's all of that, but I still need... How much stone is this going to require? 1 stone for 5 seconds? Good enough. 10 holmium solution for 10 electrolytes. By the way, can this make holmium solution? No, it cannot. How are we on power? We're still dipping into 0 sometimes, but we don't have all of our accumulators yet. They're still being produced. Let's fix that. We're going to replace this with an electromagnetic plant right here. Hook this up there. What is it? Read recipe? How's this set up? Read ingredients. blueprint this. Call it mall. It's fine. Add this here. Good. And this is going to create accumulators. Oops. I need to parameterize this blueprint. This is item. Parameter 0. And quantity 5. Good. What can I make with the... Oh. You know, it'd be really nice if I could set the parameters so it can only set items that it can actually make. But I think that might be beyond my ability right now. I can have it make beacons. I'll make some of those, some of those. Some of these. Some of these. We'll make some quality. Make some quality 2s. And let's just go ahead and consolidate this. Oh, I need to set the recipe before I can actually parameterize it. So let's say this is right, so like that. Right. Perfect. Now it can do it. Ah, sick. Okay. Speed 2. Prod 2. Quality 2. Beacons. Lightning rods. Not that I really need the lightning rods, but it can't hurt, right? This can make copper cables for the network. Well, no, we don't really need that, do we? But we can at least make substations. And big poles. Anything else that I want to make while I'm at it? Solar panels, not really useful. That should do. So, we can tear this down, we can tear these down. This. Don't need this. Don't really want medium poles around anymore. We're gonna do everything by substations on Fulgora now. Let's see. I do need batteries. I'm not... yeah, that's fine. I think I'm gonna need some efficiency modules. Let's just put them everywhere. Good. Yeah, like we've got a healthy amount of accumulators, but we still just need more. More. Good stuff. The efficiency modules will help with power consumption. Ugh. All right. Continuing on. Got electrolytes. Now we need to make supercapacitors that require superconductors and batteries, electronic circuits. So many gear wheels, dear. No, I can't do anything about that. Um, let's see. Fulgora splitters. What am I trying to do here? Trying to make superconductors first of all. Is plastic a scrap recipe? I get it from advanced circuit recycling. But I think all my advanced circuits are being captured. They are, yeah. So I've actually got, like, very few of those. Therefore, it's time to bring back cracking. Also, how is my rocket silo doing? Looks like it's all fulfilled. No, I can do this smarter. I can literally make this the heavy oil plants like anywhere, because I've got just infinite amounts of it, so I should really just make them on site. So if I do heavy oil cracking to light oil cracking, like that. Then I can make plastic bars directly from the no coal that I have. God dang it. Alright, well, if I can't get coal on this planet, I'll have to get it from the red chips directly then. Which itself presents a bit of a problem. All of the red chips are in use. I can get them from low density structures. Like, you can't tell me that I'm capturing all the low density structures. Maybe I am. I think I need to limit these chests a little bit. Let's see. Best way to do this. There. We'll just introduce a bunch more plastic into the ecosystem. Right. So, we need chromium plate, light oil, copper plates. This will make 2... No, yeah, it'll make 1.2 per second, and let's see. Make 2 input belts, 1 output belt. Oops. But in that case, I need these to be on the other side. Right, chromium, copper plate, and plastic bar. So we'll do plastic bars there, copper plate there. Good. We'll just do fast inserter for there. And that should do it, actually. Don't need those. Let's swap for substations and just stick one there. This will take light oil. Crack heavy to light oil. Alright, so why is this not working? Right. Copper plate and plastic bar. Superconductors. Alright. No need for more low-density structures. We're fine. If anything, we are now flooded on copper plates and plastic now. So we're doing just fine. So that will reduce over time. I'm kind of surprised we're so low on iron plates, though. I guess they're coming back in. Because they're all being captured up here. Alright, that's fine. Don't need this guy anymore. Good to see bots are being made, though. So we're at 100 and 200. Do I want more construction bots? Do I want more Logi bots? How are... Wait, why are all my construction bots in use? What are they all doing? Oh, that's why. Silly me. But, yeah, okay, so we're good there. So we've got superconductors, now we need supercapacitors. We have all the materials we need to make these now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one belt going in, one belt going out, or two belts going in, rather, and pipes. Let's stick that there. We will put, how are we going to do this? The ratios are going to be a little suspect. But we can at least do like that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just have a little bit of a gap there. These. fine. One more. Oh, no, I want this the other way. There. Electrolytes connect up like this. So, on one belt, we'll have the green chips and the batteries. I have a feeling that I'm going to want bulk inserters for these. Let's just get rid of the unnecessary bits. Right, what was it? It was green chips and batteries. And here it is holmium plates and superconductors. Which I should also be capturing some of these. Alright, all it needs now is a shipment of green chips. Which is not entirely forthcoming at the moment. We'll enable this when there's more than 200 chips in the belt. That'll do. And now we can make electromagnetic science. Supercapacitors, accumulators. How do I make accumulators again? Iron plates and batteries. That'll make 0.3 per second. This will make 0.3 per second and requires that. Okay, so that's essentially a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's see, this requires just one of those and one of those. We could do that easily. It was a steel and batteries, correct? No, iron and batteries. Batteries, iron plate. Well, I guess I need the medium poles after all. How about we just do half and half? We can just stick that there. Move all of this nonsense over by one. Make sure that keeps flowing. And yeah, I think it's time to increase the number of construction bots. How are we on power? Quite good, actually. We're almost fully filled in. This will make 0.66 per second after I add the productivity modules and the speed beacons. What does that go to? I need to double this up anyways. And instead of going up, how about I send this straight down into... There we go. Passive provider chest. And what the heck, we'll just keep it always active. So, gonna need to connect electrolytes here. And collect holmium. There we go. And now we're making science. Go us. Now, all of this has dried up. Why is that? We're low on copper plates. And plastic bars. We've run out of power again. It's always fun to see. And we're going to request electromagnetic science. Let's say, how many stacks? Let's request 5,000 at a time. If it takes 5 minutes, let's say 6 minutes to do a round trip, then I want to have 3,600? No. I need 60 science per minute. Yeah, so that's 3,600. 5,000 should be more than enough. This should not be requesting home anymore. What the heck? Also, what is consuming all of this power? Is it the beacons? It's the electromagnetic plants? Anyways. Can I create lightning collectors yet? No, I need a little bit of science first. But in any case, we have. Let's just ask for all of it, please. We're making beacons elsewhere. We're making lightning rods elsewhere. We should be making big poles. We are making big poles. Nice. Everything is flowing nicely. Now it is time. Oh, thank you for the follow, Azazel Biastro. You have just caught me at the tail end of my Factorio stream. I'm actually going to quit in just a few minutes here. So, how about I recap what I've done today? So, we started with... so, if you've never played Factorio, this is a game where you extract resources out of the ground and refine them into more complicated products. You start off on Novice. I do not have any commands set up, unfortunately. Once you get off of Novice, you can travel to Vulcanus. This is my the lava planet. You like extract iron and copper out of the lava, and so this is a like you have basically infinite resources here. So this is kind of my production planet. But the next step is I'm on Fulgora, where there are no like resources that you pull out of the ground per se, but ancient civilization has left behind piles of scrap and the technology to recycle the scrap into many different products. So scrap recycling will get you iron gear wheels, solid fuel, concrete, and all of this stuff at some ratio. and holmium ore, which is the exclusive material for this planet. This planet also has a very strong electrical field, so I'm harvesting lightning directly out of the sky and storing it in these batteries, right? But now that I have, I had my mall set up for basic production. The recyclers are just pumping out all sorts of materials at a pretty good rate, and now I'm actually utilizing all of that into individual products, which includes holmium solution, electrolytes, holmium plate, superconductors. Those are going to be very useful for Tesla turrets and stuff. Supercapacitors, very high charge batteries, and accumulators. And with a combination of all of those things, I can now make electromagnetic science packs. So I am now loading up all of my goodies into a rocket, which will carry all of the stuff back to Vulcanus, my production planet. It's gonna take a long time for the space platform to fill up, though, because I just finished setting up production. And next stream, I'm gonna have to do some work to like do some optimizations on the scrap belt. There are things that I can do to essentially delete the ice, the concrete, and the stone, which will allow me to put even more scrap on the belt and process the stuff even faster. But that's all stuff for next stream. Once I get electromagnetic science sent back to Vulcanus, right, where is it? Here we are. This will unlock all sorts of new goodies, like high-capacity batteries, Energy Shield Mark II, the mech armor, which allows you to fly over obstacles and move really, really fast. This is a real game changer. Once you're locked into your metal sarcophagus, you're never going to want to leave. More powerful roboports, quality module 3s. Quality is an entire mechanic unto itself that once I get started with this, it's a lot of things are going to improve really fast. And then Tesla weapons and worker robot speed. This will allow the robots to move much, much faster. Tesla turrets deal electrical damage, and a lot of enemies in the game are very weak to electric damage. So like even fighters and spitters, they don't have any resistance to it. Demolishers have like 20% resistance to electric, but they're like immune to laser and impact and all sorts of other stuff. So these guys are a real pain to deal with. And when I go on to Gleba, the plant agricultural planet, you're definitely going to want Tesla turrets here because these guys are very weak to it. If you don't have Tesla turrets, they will wreck your ship. There are ways around Tesla turrets on Gleba, but I really don't want to deal with military in this playthrough. So, now that I have electromagnetic science set up, it's time to carry all of this stuff back, set up utility science, and start working on scaling up from there. So, next session, I'm just going to do all I can to increase my throughput of the main belt. We get into a good state so I can take a nice thumbnail for YouTube. And yeah, just gonna start working on like rare quality and high tech stuff. So let's go ahead and save. Oops, I need to turn the timer off. All right. Well, that will do it for today. Tomorrow at 8 to 10 p.m. I'm going to be playing Shadow Generations. We've done 2.5 hours of that already, and I think I'm more or less halfway through the game already. But I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot. There's not as many challenges and bonus content in Shadow Generations, I think, as Sonic Generations. It's a bit more streamlined. But anyways, it's not exaggerating. It might be the best Sonic game since Sonic Adventure 1 or 2. Like, the writing is on point, the gameplay is fantastic, everything is really tight. And like, Shadow just has a really compelling story, so I'm excited to get back into that tomorrow. Thursday, I do variety games. Let's see, I did Grapple Dog last week, so I think I might go back to Echo Defender of the Future, the PlayStation 2 version, on Thursday. So, with that said, let's go ahead and find someone to raid out to. Let's see, Thirchius is playing Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. How about I just send you over to him? As always, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.